to send a letter saying, listen, we know we have a certain deficit, or in some cases a surplus, but not too many. And this is what you're going to have to pay if you want to do business in the United States. And it's a tremendous amount of money that would be coming to us. It's really, by the way, it's a tremendous amount of money. You see the kind of money already. You know, we're taking in tariffs now on cars, usually about 25%. Every car that comes into the country is paying about 25%. Lumber, steel, aluminum. But for the most part, I'd say just a percentage of maybe 15, 20% of the ultimate tariff, which would be over the next few months. And, you know, we've taken in over $100 million already.
Mr. President,
it's pretty shocking. So much. And the other thing that's happening is many countries are moving into the country in order not to pay tariffs. So they're moving their factory here in order not to pay tariffs.
Mr. President, can you talk about your meeting with the Saudi defense minister at the White House?
Yeah, we had a great meeting. Great person. He was representing, and he had some statements from the king and from the crown prince. Great people. They congratulated us on the incredible attack on Iran. It was an attack on something that you can't have, the nuclear facility. It's been proven now that it's been totally obliterated. If they wanted to start, they couldn't start there. They'd have to start someplace else. But it was a congratulatory call in many ways. We talked about trade. We talked about missile defense. We talked about airplanes. They want to buy a lot of airplanes.
Why are you so much tougher on Iran than Russia?
No, I think I'm tougher on Russia than I am on Iran, actually. If you remember Nord Stream 2, you never heard that term until Trump came along, right? And, you know, I closed it, and that was the biggest economic development deal they've ever done. Then Biden opened it, but then it got closed. But Biden opened it. No, I think I'm tougher on Russia than I was on almost any other country.
Would you like to see Patrick Reed make the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, I think he's great. Patrick Reed, he's great.
Mr. President, have you threatened Putin with sanctions to him personally?
We talk about sanctions a lot, yeah.
What does he say?
I would say he's not thrilled with it, but, you know, he's been able to handle sanctions, but these are pretty biting sanctions. No, we talk about sanctions a lot. And he understands that it may be coming, and, you know, he's a professional.
It may be coming.
Yeah, it may be coming, sure.
Have you decided on what your next international trip might be?
With who? With what?
Have you decided on what your next international trip might be?
Yeah, you know, it changes a lot. We get these emergencies. I'm putting out fires all over the place. Talking about my next international trip. We're putting out fires all over the place, and so it's, you know, changing. But we're planning to go to Europe. We've been invited to Turkey. I've been invited, frankly, to every country. We had a tremendous success in NATO. As you know, they've agreed to put up more than $1 trillion. They took it from 2%, but they weren't paying 2%. They were paying less, to 5%, where they're paying. And that's a big deterrent. That was a great thing they did. I have a great relationship with almost all of the nations.
Mr. President, your plan to let farmers keep their workers that might not be in the country legally, would you do that for other industries like home building?
Yeah, well, we're looking at that right now, and we're going to come out with a statement on it sometime next week. But we want to have, you know, certain industries need help because we don't have enough people. And we're going to be coming out with a statement fairly soon. What we are doing is getting all the criminals out of our country. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you had a good time, and it's been a great, I think it's been a great 4th of July. It's been a great, happy 4th of July, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you.